Good morning, little loves. I have a deck of new cards for you and already a great spread. To begin, you went from being the Monster Sweeper Incorporated, being in the cleanup crew, to being the administrator. You you make the calls. You call the shots. You're not just here to clean anymore. You're here to be a game writer, I'm hearing. You're here to rewrite the game. To rewrite the game, and you're doing it. You got to the very top. You rose over everything. You dodged how do I say this, every setback. You maneuvered around it perfectly. You didn't let it hit you in full. And that's why you sit atop, like in the skyscrapers and the high rises. You sit in the loft of this world, spiritually. Maybe someone is in a loft right now. Someone should definitely set some boundaries. Could be some clashing souls. Whether that's, at work or at school, family, friends that, don't really understand you. That kind of clash with who you are. And you know who you are. You know how much you have brightened, awakened, become the light, you could say. You know how bright you are. You know how bright you are. Set some boundaries sometimes. It's good to set some boundaries. You don't have to cut people off, but don't go responding to everything. Don't get baited into things where your energy is kind of just taken. And I think we've all experienced that before. So, and a good reader, something that has always sticked when I first heard it was you're really good at setting boundaries. You're incredible at setting boundaries, and that's why spirit lives within you. That's why love can live within you. You know how to, this might seem a little harsh, right? And I hope there's no trauma here for anyone, but love herself, right? For the people that haven't chosen love, it's almost like being quote unquote molested, you could say. The love that lives inside of you, when it experiences those low vibrations, those vampires, those people that haven't even truly woken up to being truly alive and having love in their heart, it's that is it's a spiritual violation, you could say. A little card confirmation. It's don't let your love be violated. Set some boundaries. Don't let the infinite love in you be taken away even for a little bit. Even for a little bit. You can tell them. You can tell them, this is who I am right now. This is who I am right now. And on the bottom of this card it says, guess we'll have another scrap. You can only risk death while you're alive. You can only risk death while you're alive. You can only do the things you've always wanted to do while you're alive and risk everything doing it if you have to. But you tell those people, this is who I am right now. And I'm willing to die for who I am. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to have my hope killed anymore by the people around me. And maybe we've all been in that kind of state. I used to, for sure. And you are also, how would I say this? You are also very sweet. Your sweetness is damn near a 10 out of 10. And I once heard as well, the sweeter you become, the more monstrous you become. The sweeter you become, the more monstrous you are. Truly. You're already strong. The sweetness is where you're truly, not letting anything get to you. Again, not letting yourself be violated. Your sweetness. Don't let anyone take your sweetness away. Don't let anyone take your heart away, and most of all, don't let anyone take your soul away. And what does that mean? When you can't be you, like when I was talking to this guy that, I had to get my key remade, and it was, you could say, like a very, conversation of kind of like having to be there, you could say. And it's like, how do I say this? Not having your soul in that situation. When you can't be you, when there's someone around you where you can't be you, it's like that person is like draining your soul, you could say. And don't, how do I say this? Don't get down on yourself, because there's your highest self in the background waiting for you to even just take one more step. Fight like Kirito, fight like your true self, fight like your warrior self. To get to the place that you want, to accomplish your dreams, to even accomplish the small goals. And I think we've all felt like deserters at some point in our life, kind of, having to desert our home village, even desert the church, anything. Friend groups, being deserters of it, and becoming this, like finding each other as this phoenix squadron of people that can rise together. Maybe you've been in like a situation where you just like feel like you can't go up anymore with the people that you are, with the people that you have been with, you could say. Or maybe even the person that you are, the person that you were at the very least. You felt like you couldn't go up anymore, so you really had to change, had to get out of that environment. And there's only one way. There's only one way, and it's up. There's only one way. It's rising. It's winning. So let's review. You went from being, you could say, like in the lowest crew of like, the Ascension front lines, to being the administrator. Like you're rewriting the game. And you got all the way up to the top. You got all the way up to the top, sitting on the high rises, outmaneuvering anything trying to shoot you down. And set some boundaries. Don't let those clashing souls get to you. Don't let souls that clash with you take you out of like your God state. Take you out of your God mind, your God heart. I didn't see this. Whoa. I want to be reviewed. Keep singing. You're redirecting lightning. You're directing spirit through your voice. Keep speaking. Keep believing. Tell everyone, this is who I am right now, and I'm willing to die for who I am. Like, I can only risk death while I'm alive, and I'm not letting y'all kill me. Like, you guys are not killing me. I am going to be myself. I'm going to be myself, and it's okay to have these moments, when you're alone. If you need to feel like that, like Kirito kind of, contemplating. Like I saw this video of, sit with Anakin and rethink your life, you could say, in the council. Just one of those ambient things. Fight like your true self. Fight like the warrior that you are, the sword master that you are, the dragon, the phoenix. And you're truly a monster when you're kind, when you're sweet. Like you're cool. Like everyone knows you're cool. You give off that aura. You give off that vibration. People want to know who you are. And the sweeter you are, the harder they fall, I'm hearing. Isn't that funny? The sweeter you are, the harder they fall. We have all been deserters, but now we're finding our squadron. We're finding our squadron of people that can rise. There's only one way. There's only one way, and it's up. Thank you for being here in this morning reading. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. If you're new here, consider joining the family, because you already are family.